morning. I'm Candace Newton and I'm with Lloyd Talent, and this is how I get ready in the morning. Any good woman over 40-something always looks hot before she exercises. Join me on my treadmill. Here I am on my treadmill, and let me tell you, I've got a couple of exercise tips for those of you who really care. First of all, don't exercise with your dog. I put her on the back of the treadmill, hit the start button, and she hit the wall. She's not talking to me, and I'm still spending $400 on vet bills for her. Not a good idea. The other tip about exercising, which I absolutely love, is the fact that you need to hydrate while you're exercising. And there's nothing better than a little glass of heart-healthy red wine to keep up your hydration. Then, of course, you need to keep up your energy, so you need a little also heart-healthy kind of food. And I can't think of anything better than that than a little dark chocolate. Perfect. One of the things that every single mother hates to do, and that is to wake up their teenage kids. For the last few weeks, I've developed a technique, and I think it's working. I'll just show you. Ready? Well, say you wake up, you're going to be late for school, and I'm sick and tired of asking you to get out of bed. She's gone. It worked. She's not even in there. Oh well, I got to get to work. Why don't you join me? I'm on my way to work. I'd invite you to ride with me. But I've got a bit of a problem. I don't like slow drivers. And the things that I say in my car are private and confidential. But I'll see you at work. So, as you know, a woman's day is never done, and it's grocery shopping time. My son has decided to invite his girlfriend over for dinner, so I'm going to cook a luxurious meal. I love to cook. I have a method to my madness. If I can cook this excellent meal for my son and his girlfriend, perhaps I can help get him out of the house. Not that I want to get rid of him, but you know what? At 23, it's time to find your own life. You know, all kidding aside, I actually really do love to cook. I love to cook for my family. I think it's really important for, especially if you're a single mom, for the kids to have some sense of continuity. So making dinner for them, I love cooking. I'm not even Italian, and I love cooking. And I enjoy making meals. I enjoy the atmosphere of laughter and fun with my kids. And so I think it's a really important thing as a family to do. You know, I grew up in a violent home. And I left home at 13 and became a street kid. And I lived on the street for several years and kind of wild and crazy, and found myself pregnant at 19 as a single mom. A few years later, I was fortunate enough to meet someone, a wonderful guy, and got married. Turned out that he had ambitions to be a minister, so I became a minister's wife, and a couple of years into our marriage found myself in South Africa working alongside my husband, and was there in 1983 to 1985, and was actually witnessed firsthand the very first truck of soldiers going into the townships at the beginning of the implosion of apartheid. It was quite an experience, something I'll never forget. It changed my life forever. And I had the opportunity to sing in many, many colored churches throughout South Africa and Cape Town. Unfortunately, my marriage didn't work out, which was too bad after 16 years of marriage. And I really do believe in marriage. I'm the kind of person that I really do need to be married. I've got a lot to give, and I think that's really important. I think that the marriage relationship is something that a woman needs. I think it brings security into her life. And in addition to that, I think that marriage is also a great sanctuary for a sexual relationship. I think sex is just too free, and I think it's such a precious relationship. It really needs to be protected. So I'm quite excited about looking into my future as a single woman and figuring out all the mistakes I made and redoing those things properly, but with more intelligence than I've had in the past. So I have a sense of fashion. Actually, my kids have threatened to put me on what not to wear. I don't see what their problem is. I love to be comfortable, which is really important to me. But if you gave me a $5,000 credit card, I could show you what I could buy. I could be pretty fashionable. However, I do admit to having an entire closet full of really bizarre kinds of shoes. 4 or 5 different kinds of every color. I love shoes. I can't explain it. I know why. I'm short. I need the height. They're all pumps. Talking about teenagers, I'll tell you, because I have 4 kids, and there are always kids in our house, always. I've designed the house so that there's children there's opportunities for kids to come and hang around. They lay on the floor, they talk to me about their problems, they tell me things they wouldn't tell their own parents. I don't know how I feel about knowing all that, but I also know it's a great privilege and opportunity for me to influence them in a good way. I think that we've really failed our kids this day and age. I think we've failed to give them the structure that they've needed, the leadership and the inspiration that they really need. So I really love teenagers. I think one of the keys for me as a woman is that I've learned to like myself. I never used to like women, and I didn't really understand why, but I realized it's because I didn't like me. So before I could ever learn to love women and have a compassion for them, I had to learn to have a compassion for myself. And as a result of that, I developed an organization called Unlocking Secrets for Women, which I'm extremely proud of. In the midst of that organization, I've had the opportunity to meet so many incredible women from every different area. And what's so amazing is I spent some time with this group called the Young and Breastless. These girls are in their 20s. They have breast cancer. Some of them got breast cancer when they were pregnant. And they're such a wonderful group of women, and my heart just developed so much for them. And Unlocking Secrets for Women, the organization that I founded, has a desire to educate and influence women and give them what they need in the tools for life, really to be solution-minded. I myself have a little baby granddaughter who's only 2 years old, who's just experiencing cancer right now. And it's been quite a trial as we've walked together as a family in her healing process. So she's 6 months into her diagnosis, and she's doing well. I spent some time with her last week in Toronto, and it's just, it's a blessing. For those things in life that come that can shake you, they can also make you the person that you are. I love people. I have some fabulous contacts. I've built an incredible resource of professionals, doctors, experts in their field that are around me that I can refer other women to that come and speak in my live events for me. And I also have a whole lot of really awesome sponsors that really like me. And I love to work together with them. I believe in networking. I think it's powerful. And I think that it's really important that we remember to not betray ourselves as women. As a matter of fact, Unlocking Secrets for Women has a theme right through it, a quote that I wrote that says, "Fear nothing but to betray yourself. For if you lose your best friend, who shall watch over you?" Oh, well, it's the end of a really, really long day. I'm tired. Dinner went well. I think she was impressed. I think she's going to ask my son to marry her. You know, it is the new day and age. In the meantime, I'm going to call it a night. I've got my white wine. White wine at the end of the day is great to help you sleep. I can feel sleepy already. And of course, chocolate. You gotta have chocolate. A perfect thing for a little late night before bed television. Oh, speaking of, what's that?
Going home, broken hearted. When The Bachelor Paris.
The Bachelor. Gotta watch it.
I used
Bye.
to use a cream in my fingers for my